You're listening to the Afro Podcast, a show for my fellow Black female energy healers and the everyday woman who wants to heal her energy in a creative and holistic way. You'll hear from Black female healers who share their knowledge, gifts, and experiences and enlighten you on how to tap into your powerful Black energy to get the results you need to live an energetically free life. If you're ready to become unstuck, find freedom and peace energetically, stay tuned. I'm your host, Kiera Flipping. Hey guys, welcome to season 3 of the Afro Podcast. As mentioned in the season intro, I will be focusing this season on the Reiki principles, and there are 5 of them. So each episode will cover each principle on its own. In the intro episode, I also shared what Reiki is. So if you have not taken the time to listen and you're here wondering what the heck is Reiki, then pause this episode and head back to the intro episode so that you can learn what Reiki is. Okay, so in this season, I will be sharing how to use each principle to guide your life. As a Reiki practitioner, we use these principles to keep us grounded, aware of our emotions, and to keep our energy balanced. So, the first Reiki principle that we are going to dive into is worry, right? So just for today, I will not worry. All right. So this first episode, we are going to be covering the first Reiki principle. Just for today, I will not worry. So if you have ever taken any of my Reiki trainings, especially if you have taken Reiki level 1 with me, then you know this is something that I hone in on very, very specifically. That first Reiki principle, just for today, I will not worry. So a little treat. I'm going to give you guys actually a little snippet that we go over in my Reiki level 1 training about this Reiki principle. So it says that worry causes stress and anxiety, leading to an imbalance of the mind, body, and spirit. And it also blocks the root chakra. So let's stop right there, right? So when we are worried, when we're in the energy of worry, that blocks the root chakra, right? So if you're not familiar with your chakras, take a listen to season 2 of the Afro Podcast, and we literally spent each episode on each chakra. So the root chakra really governs our safety and our security, right? So you notice in I think it was the post last week, I talked about when we're in a state of worry, it forces our mind and body to go into survival mode, right? So that is all tied into that root chakra when we are in the state of worry. The best way to overcome worry is to accept that all of us are faced with difficulties and setbacks in our life. How we respond to them determines how we ultimately lead our lives, right? So it doesn't say that we're not going to be worried or we're never going to get worried, but it's how do we respond once we are worried, right? Then it says, if you choose to respond negatively by getting upset and anxious towards one of your life setbacks, then you have chosen to damage the balance of your mind, body, and spirit. And what I really love about that is that it says you choose, right? And we have to get in the mindset and be reminded that our feelings and our emotions are choices. And though sometimes we may not be in control of what triggered that emotion or what triggered that feeling, we do have the choice of how to respond to, say, trigger, right? And then it goes on to say, if you respond positively by accepting the setback as an opportunity to learn, you can live a happier and more fulfilling life. Laughter is a wonderful healer. It has been proven through numerous studies that laughter can heal and, in some cases, prevent life threatening illnesses. Use this knowledge to live a healthier and longer life. Take responsibility for how you deal with life setbacks. Have fun. Life's too short to waste it worrying. That is a big one for me as a worry wart, as a anxious person, right? And again, I always share that just because I'm a healer doesn't make me like non-human, right? I still go through all of the emotions, all of the setbacks, everything. I go through life just like everyone else. But this has been a tool that I continue to remind myself of. And I actually have these principles set up in my office where I visually see them so I can be visually reminded that just for today, I will not worry, right? And when life happens and when worry creeps up, remember, as the passage said, it's a choice. We have a choice on how we respond. So I want you guys to think about the last thing you were worried about. Like literally sit here, close your eyes. If you're watching this on Instagram Live, or maybe you're listening to the live streaming on the podcast, if you are in a safe space, I want you to close your eyes and think about the last thing you were worried about. All right. So assuming that remembrance has come to your mind, I want you to think about the feeling that it brought upon you, right? How did it cause you to feel when you were worried about that thing? Right? Did you feel scared? Did you feel anxious? Right? So, assuming that you've now tapped into that feeling, I want you to start tapping into your body's response. How did your body respond to that worry? Right? Did you start trembling? Did you start sweating? Did your heart start racing fast? Right? So you'll notice during this journey of remembering what the event was, remembering how it caused you to feel, remembering how your body responded, right? It brings us back to that root chakra, that survival, that safety, right? That was disrupted. That root chakra was blocked in that moment, right? So using this as a tool that just for today, I will not worry, right? And kind of using that as a daily mantra, as a mantra that you say to yourself when needed, right? And allowing yourself to really see, is this thing I'm worried about even factual, right? So a lot of times we're worried about things that aren't even true. Like we're worrying about things that haven't even happened, right? So when you think of worry, it's really not an emotion that is bad. It's not an emotion or feeling that we don't want to experience because we need it to be safe, right? We do need to worry if somebody is coming after us or we're being attacked. We need that response to be able to keep ourselves safe. But when that feeling of worry creeps up on you, ask yourself, am I safe? Am I in danger? Is what I am worried about even happening now? Right? So a lot of times we're worried about things that we think may happen or that we're perceiving may happen. We're not even experiencing anything. It's like the emotion is false. Like what are you worried about? Right? And thinking just about energy within itself, we attract. So if we're basking in the element of worry of something that hasn't even happened, we're almost attracting that thing to us that we're worried about, right? We're asking it like, hey, thing, you're not here yet, but I'm worried about you. I'm worried. So we're drawing that energy into us, right? So you remember the passage says, you have chosen to to damage the balance of your mind, body, and spirit. And it says you have chosen because you have literally made that choice, right? You've engaged in that element of worry. So really using this mantra to ground yourself, to almost bring yourself back, right? Because again, worry is not something that's avoidable. Like, we're going to be worried, but then how do we choose to respond when we are worried? Okay. So I want to leave you guys with this. I want to leave you guys with a energy exercise, and this is a part of my Reiki level 1 training that I guide all of my students through. Right. So it's not like, oh, Kiara, like, you told us we might get worried, whatever, but what happens when we do get worried? So I want to be able to leave you guys with something tangible that you can utilize, a grounding exercise. All right. So if you are watching this on Instagram Live, you'll actually be able to follow with me. If you are catching this live on a podcast streaming site, you can also follow along with my voice. Or after you're done listening to the podcast, you can head over to my Instagram, Kiera Flipping, KIERRAH, F as in Frank, LIPPING. And you can also watch the Instagram Live as well to follow along. So if you are in a safe space, I do want to guide you through a little energy exercise that will, well, not little, let me not minimize it, a extraordinary energy exercise that will really help you when you find yourself in the element of worry, okay? So I want you to use Reiki to rebalance your mind, body, and spirit to boost and resolve the element of worry, okay? So I want you to place one hand on the root chakra. So your root chakra is, again, if you're watching me on IG, you'll be able to actually see. So this is your root chakra. So it's right at the kind of bottom of your back, right? So right at the root of the base of your spine. So I want you to place one hand at your root chakra. And I want you to place another hand at your heart chakra. So I'm going to actually put my right hand on my heart and my left hand on my root chakra. Okay. And again, I do this with all of my Reiki level 1 students. So at this time, they're attuned so they can feel the energy, but not to worry. Even if you're not attuned in Reiki, you can still benefit from this as well. All right. So I have my right hand on my heart chakra, which is at the center of my chest. And I have my left hand at the root chakra, which is at the base of my spine. And if you're in a safe space, close your eyes, allowing your breath to flow in through your nose and out through your nose at your own pace. Not to worry if you're breathing too fast or too slow. Just follow your own pace. And I want you to keep your hands over these chakra points for as long as you intuitively feel you need. This Reiki technique will remove the blockages caused by stress, worry, and anxiety. You can place your hands here on yourself to help alleviate those things from you. And if you are Reiki attuned, you can use these hand positions and place them on the body of someone else to help them alleviate those feelings as well. So I want you to take this mantra with you. I want you to take this Reiki technique with you to really help you when you are going through situations that are bringing upon stress, worry, and anxiety, and even start your day with this, with just saying to yourself, just for today. Not that I was worried tomorrow, not that I was worried yesterday, not that I'll be worried tomorrow, but just for today. Just today. That's it. Just for today, I will not worry. Right? And saying that to yourself every morning. And even if worry tries to creep up to you throughout the day, not today, worry. Not today. Try me tomorrow, but not today. Just for today, I am not going to allow myself to worry, right? And if you need something more tangible, remember taking one hand to the heart chakra, center of the chest, taking your other hand to the root chakra, base of your spine, and just closing your eyes. And just taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. You might even want to try in through the nose and out through the mouth, just to really let that worry go, right? Releasing it from the body. And staying there as long as you may need. And I want you guys to really give this a try when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling worried, when you're feeling stressed. You are a healer. Regardless of if you ever taken a class or been attuned, we are all healers. We have the ability to heal ourselves. Literally, that's how we were designed to self-heal. So use these hand positions, use your breath, use the mantra. Maybe even while your hands are in the positions, you might even just say to yourself, just for today, I will not worry. Inhale, just for today. Exhale, I will not worry. Maybe you'll combine them both, right? For just a double juicy release, right? All right. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'm always open. I'm not too bougie for a DM. I'm not too bougie for an email. So reach out to me. Again, whether you're watching this on IG, whether you're listening to this on a podcast streaming device, I want to know, keep track. Maybe you do this for a week or so, and I want to hear some feedback to know, how did this help you? Right? How did that mantra help you? How did those breathing exercises and those hand positions help you with worry? And just remembering that just for today, not yesterday, because y'all, yesterday for real, I was worried yesterday, but that was yesterday. And tomorrow I might get worried, but I ain't worried about tomorrow. But today, I'm not going to worry today. And if worry tries me, I have my mantra, I have my breath, right? And I have the ability to tap into my chakras that govern stress, worry, anxiety. And I can just go ahead and release that blockage before it even comes, right? All right. Thanks for joining us this week on the Afro Chi podcast. Be sure to visit our website at afroqi.com and on all social media platforms at the AfroQI. Subscribe to this podcast now so you never miss a show. Hey guys, aren't you just loving soaking up these Reiki principles? Wouldn't you want to learn more ways to heal and balance your energy? Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Kierrah, KIERRAH, flipping, F as in Frank, LIPPING, to learn all of the ways to manifest, heal your energy, and draw in all of the abundance that life has for you. I'll also be sharing more information about my next upcoming Reiki training. Okay, now back to this juicy Reiki principle.